Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sidwell had a surprise for Alexis. Alexis stopped at Sunny's new house and posed the same thing Christina did. Why on earth would you buy Valentine's house? Sunny said that the house provided the protection he required, and he was sold. Alexis was also there on business, providing Sunny the documentation he needed for Joe's education trust. Sidwell was ecstatic to see Natalia stroll into his Windermere study. She questioned why he was at Port Charles and interested in deception. "I know you. I know you're here for a hostile takeover," she went on. Natalia refused to believe Sidwell's claims of innocence and transformation. "I can see you've bought some new suits and cleaned up your act quite nicely, but I see right through your little facade," Natalia stated, accusing Sidwell of attempting to pursue Sunny. Sidwell denied being interested in Sunny, saying, "That one is you," while pointing to Natalia. Before the conversation could get any further, Alexis arrived. Natalia saw this as her cue to leave, as Alexis told Sidwell she didn't like all she'd learned about him, including holding her grandson's father captive in Africa. Alexis also wanted to know why Sidwell had summoned her to her old family estate. Sidwell informed Alexis that he had something to give her. She was stunned to see the blade Helena had used to murder her mother. Gio sadly notified Tracy that someone was at the gate, assessing the property. Tracy stated that she hired the surveyor to dispute Marty's survey of the Q estate. "I am going to use every resource at my disposal to ensure that my mother, my father, and my brother stay where they are," Tracy told me. Tracy invited Gio to stay and share breakfast with the family because she appreciated his thoughtfulness in informing her about the surveyor. Sunny quickly arrived, aggravating Tracy. She asked him to carry deception matter to the deception headquarters, but Sunny was already there to collect Joe's signature. Tracy stated that she had the right to know what Gio needed to sign, so Sunny informed Gio they could discuss elsewhere. Tracy requested to see the papers, which Sunny handed over. Tracy took one glance and yelled, "An educational trust? Absolutely not!" Sunny revealed that he had been paying for Joe's education for years, but Tracy was about to put an end to it. "As of now, his education will be managed by us," Tracy stated. She then asked each adult in the room if they wanted Sunny's ill-gotten gains to cover Joe's college expenses. Sunny put his foot down and handed the envelope to Gio, who signed the paperwork. Tracy told Gio she was impressed while they were alone in the living room. "It took a lot of nerve to defy me, and you've done it twice. There's a lot more to you than meets the eye," she told me. Gio told Tracy that Sunny has been there for him since his mother died, and he is forever grateful. Lois appeared at Sunny's door shortly after he returned home. She apologized to Sunny for Tracy's actions, but he was concerned. "Do you think I should stay away from him?" Sunny inquired concerning Gio. Carly was astonished to see Lulu at her office. Lulu handed Carly the room key she stole the night before and told her what she discovered snooping through Marty's room. "Dante has a child. A child he knows nothing about," Lulu exclaimed. Carly was taken aback when she discovered that Marty's notes indicated Brooklyn as the mother. Lulu revealed that she had spoken with Cody and heard that Brooklyn became pregnant while she and Dante were summer camp counselors over 20 years ago. "If I keep this huge, life-changing secret from him, doesn't that make me as bad as Brooklyn?" Lulu was confused. Carly informed Lulu that she couldn't judge Brooklyn. "You made a somewhat similar decision, and I know you haven't forgotten how difficult that was," Carly replied, alluding to Lulu's abortion as a teenager. Lulu confessed it was difficult, but she informed Dylan about the abortion. Dante is completely unaware of Brooklyn's pregnancy. Lulu swore not to judge Brooklyn, but Carly had another reason for Lulu to remain silent. The kid had grown up, and she would be ruining a young man's life if she didn't keep this secret to herself. This information could destroy a lot of lives. If you tell Dante, the fallout can be devastating. "Are you ready for that?" she questioned. Carly also wanted to know why Marty had so much information. Lulu wasn't sure, but she informed Carly about Chase's sterility difficulties. Perhaps she's trying to find the baby she abandoned, Lulu speculated. She then reminded Carly that if she kept the secret, Carly must do the same. Carly stated she could because, in this case, Brooke Lynn reminded her of Bobby. Felicia brought James to the ER with a possible fractured arm. Willow and Isaiah investigated him and discovered that he was sledding off the roof. James was concerned that if he needed a cast, his mother would discover what he did. Felicia informed her grandson that she would tell Maxie either way. James selected a pink cast because it was Maxie's favorite color. He hoped she would be less upset if he wore pink. When James spotted football player Kai Taylor, he asked him to autograph his cast. Rick arrived at Portia's workplace at Ava's request. He had no idea what the case was about, but he wanted to know if it was lucrative. Portia admitted that this was not a hospital case. It was personal, and she was desperate. "Well, you must be desperate if you're talking to me," says Rick. Rick explained that the only issue Portia had with him was his link to Heather, but now that it was resolved, he thought they could get along. Portia informed him that this was about Heather, which perplexed Rick. "If I'm going to help you, you have to stop speaking so cryptically and tell me exactly what is going on," Rick told you. Portia revealed the entire issue to Rick, who was shocked to find that a congressman was blackmailing the hospital's chief of staff. Rick offered to conduct some study to determine the legal repercussions if Portia was exposed. For the time being, all she needed to do was convince Drew that she was complying. Portia texted Drew to make that clear. Drew visited with Elizabeth at GH to discuss a hospital sports program for children. Drew was helping to fund the Oscar-themed presentation. Trina and Kai also met with Drew regarding the new project. Trina introduced Drew to Kai as one of the persons who helped save her life in Greenland. Kai was pleased to be a top athlete who could visit sick children and pledged to involve other PCU athletes. Next on General Hospital, Lois and Ned clash. Alexis seeks answers from Sidwell. Brooke Lynn is on the hot seat. Lulu places Brooke Lynn in the hot seat. Lulu is still unsure what to do after chatting with Carly about Brooke Lynn having Dante's baby as a teenager and never telling him. So she goes to the Quartermain homes to get more information and confronts Brooke Lynn. When Brooke Lynn discovers Lulu is after her, she requests that the encounter be held in a secluded location. Brooke Lynn is surprised to learn that Lulu has uncovered her secret and wishes to reveal it. Lulu reminds Brooke Lynn that if she does not inform Dante that he has another child someplace, she will do so. Brooke Lynn must convince Lulu that some secrets should be kept hidden, but Lulu is adamant. Brooke Lynn hopes to tell Chase the truth before Lulu does. Ned and Lois clash. Ned and Lois have been the perfect co-parents for years, but are they the ideal co-grandparents? Does Ned even realize he has a grandson living with him? He assures Lois that Tracy is right this time. She knows where Sonny's money comes from and understands why his mother doesn't want blood money to pay for Joe's schooling. Lois is nearly finished talking about Gio and his donors after leaving Sonny's residence, where they discuss the same topic. Do we uncover why Sonny has been caring for Gio all these years? Like Macbeth, Alexis notices a dagger in a castle and wonders where it came from. Sidwell wants to give it to her, but Alexis is curious about the origin of the dagger, knowing it was used by Helena to murder her mother. Julian also held that blade to Alexis' neck as he pretended to kill her for Olivia Jerome's sake. How did Sidwell recover the blade that Alexis thought was lost forever? How is Sidwell connected to the Cassidines? Baby's first words. Watch General Hospital star Chris McKenna's sweet reaction to Dad on TV. Chris McKenna, the new General Hospital star, grew up on television when he started playing Joey Buchanan on One Life to Live in 1990. He was a soap star during his adolescence, and his own son is becoming acquainted with him as such. McKenna, who is currently watching General Hospital, took to social media this week to show off his infant boy's new linguistic skills, as well as his excitement at spotting a familiar face on television. Dada, he tweeted, alongside a video. When Spence sees Pop on TV. Hashtag first words, hashtag baby, hashtag GH, hashtag Brennan. The video shows a happy little Spencer repeating the word Dada while McKenna and Baby watch an episode of General Hospital. The actor only recently took over the role of Jack Brennan on General Hospital, so this is McKenna's 7-month-old son's first introduction to his father as both a TV star and the man who changes his diaper. Expand tweet Chris McKenna's Spencer connection. McKenna and his wife Lovisa Jansen welcomed their baby into the world last July, announcing the news on Instagram. Introducing Spencer J. McKenna, born July 26, 24. My incredible wife at Luolu begged out of these photos, but she was absolutely amazing, the actor captioned a photo of his infant. McKenna was in awe of his wife during her pregnancy, frequently uploading images to document this special period in the couple's lives. Looking forward to the next chapter with the most amazing woman I know. You've been so strong, brave, brilliant, and more beautiful than ever throughout this. So proud of you and the mother you already are, he said on his Instagram account. McKenna's role on television is far from a devoted father. Instead, he is a merciless WSB agent who will stop at nothing to complete his mission. However, his Achilles heel is Carly, a woman he never anticipated to fall for when he first arrived in Port Charles. Is Spencer witnessing one of his father's interactions with Carly, a character whose last name happens to be Spencer? Hearing that moniker may also give the little guy a joy amid the many Carly Spencer instances Jack will undoubtedly encounter. General Hospital spoilers, is Jason in love with Sasha or hiding his feelings? According to General Hospital spoilers, many fans are wondering if Jason has developed genuine love for Sasha or if he has an ulterior agenda in his actions. General Hospital spoilers, is Jason in love with Sasha or hiding his feelings? Many General Hospital fans have noted that Sasha has been confronting Jason in unique ways. And, while Jason Morgan is the type of person who will not take crap from anyone, it appears like he is softening up a little for Sasha. Could this indicate that he is falling in love with her, or is he faking it? There's a decent probability he just feels compelled to protect her and her pregnant Corinthos baby. Of course, the internet had a lot to say about the situation. Some even commented, unpopular position accord. They're growing on me. Big time. He's already having to make growth decisions for Danny. Even if it ends in a wonderful friendship? I'm all for it if it gets him away from the toxic trio. The finest decision the authors made was to incorporate Danny in their plot to have Jason front as Sasha's baby daddy. Another critic wrote, "The age never troubled me, but even then I just didn't see it. Until now. But I still don't want Jason to pretend to be another kid's dad. He's simply too old for that." General Hospital spoilers, what's next for Jason and Sasha? It feels like Sasha is on the same journey Jason was on after waking up from the accident. She wants freedom and independence, and this is her opportunity to really explore who she is and what she wants before becoming a mother. Jason understands this in a unique way. There was also this comment, "I like Sasha but admit the chip on her shoulder about wanting to raise the baby on her own is kinda annoying. I feel like if the father is a good guy and willing to be in the child's life, she should accept that. The child is also half Michael's, and call me old-fashioned, but I believe that a child requires both parents even if it means co-parenting." General Hospital preview, Liz and Lucky face a major obstacle. Lucky and Liz from General Hospital are finally starting to feel better. They've been circling each other since his return to town, but it took nearly dying to push their relationship to the next level. Lucky raced to Elizabeth's aid, was attacked by Cyrus, and ended up in a coma. And when he awoke, Liz was immediately by his side, waiting to kiss him. So break out the champagne, for Liz and Lucky have returned. But nothing in Port Charles is ever easy. In an interview with Soap Opera Digest, head writers Elizabeth Cortat and Chris Van Etten expressed concern about Liz and Lucky's relationship, stating, "They ought to have smooth sailing, emphasis on ought." Just as they're getting back on track, Liz and Lucky may face another obstacle when another ex's story threatens to collide with theirs. This raises questions about Elizabeth's meeting with Drew. They were together when everyone thought he was Jason, and his drama is currently causing havoc in many people's lives. The Quartermaines can't bear him, and even his longtime friend Curtis has turned against him. Heck, just yesterday, while turning to Ava for aid with Drew blackmailing her, Portia bemoaned that the only way out was for Drew to die. Carly and Nina have both determined that he must be taken down after Willow informed them that she is moving in with her home-wrecking fiancé. Drew has a lot of narrative and drama going on, and bringing Liz in can't be good for her or Lucky. Worse, this mistake could end up causing double difficulty for Liz and Lucky, as Ava pushed Portia to seek Rick's assistance in dealing with Drew, who happens to be another of Elizabeth's exes. But, regardless of who is to blame, brace yourselves for what happens next, for Liz and Lucky's situation appears to be far from settled. General Hospital spoilers: will Brandon Barish return as Johnny Zachara? General Hospital news and updates heighten the tension as fans wonder if Brandon Barish will return as Johnny Zachara. After years have passed, soap opera fans are demanding ABC to return the actor nearly 10 years after he departed the show. Is there a chance it will happen? Brandon was unexpectedly fired from Days of Our Lives. Brandon Barish made his soap opera debut in 2007, playing Johnny Zachara on General Hospital, representing the next chapter in the notorious Zachara criminal family. His character was written out in 2013, but Barish returned to GH many times before leaving permanently in 2016 after Johnny was sentenced to prison. Following his tenure at GH, Barish took over the role of Stefan DiMera on Days of Our Lives, following Tyler Christopher, who had previously played Nicholas Cassadine on GH. In an unexpected twist, Barish also portrayed Stefan's twin brother, Jake DiMera. In October 2024, he revealed that he was leaving DOL after being unexpectedly let go, sparking a strong yearning among GH fans for his comeback. Fans are clamoring for Johnny Zachara's return. The serial has recently struggled with ratings. Will Johnny Zachara's return bring the much-needed boost? It's a possibility. One ardent soap fan rushed to Reddit, begging ABC to sign Brandon Barish before another network does. CBS may consider him for one of their soap operas, especially since Ron Carlivati is writing for Beyond the Gates. The fan suggested that Barish retake his role as Johnny Zachara or a new Cassadine. How about we trade some unpopular characters to bring Johnny Z back? I need a bad boy to root for. I can easily see him reconnecting with Lulu Spencer or starting something new. Fans continued their ideas for Brandon. The fan continued, presumably with Molly Lansing Davis, and mentioned that Barish had a nice relationship with his ex-wife Kirsten Storms. Many GH fans are delighted about the prospect of Brandon Barish returning to the program either as Johnny or as a new character. One fan stated, "I want Johnny Z back." Unpopular stance, but I've always secretly wished he'd have an affair with Elizabeth Baldwin. If Lucky Spencer leaves, I'd love to see them together, but only if JJ is gone. Another fan commented, "I'm not sure there's a storyline for Johnny Zachara right now. I'd prefer to see Dylan Quartermaine make a comeback." Dante and Sonny's parallel history. Years ago, Sonny Corinthos unknowingly shot his own son, Dante Falconeri, when he was working undercover as Dominic Pirelli. It was only when Olivia Falconeri rushed in, screaming the truth, that Sonny realized the treachery and horror ruined Sonny and Dante's relationship forever. Now, history repeats itself, but this time, Dante is about to receive a life-changing surprise. When Dante and Brooklyn were just teens at camp, one wild summer night changed everything. Brooklyn got pregnant but never told Dante. Instead, she gave the kid up for adoption and kept the secret for years. Now, the past is poised to collide with the present. Gio has a deep connection with Sonny, which makes this all the more hilarious given that Sonny has been inadvertently funding Joe's schooling for years. As a close friend of the Cerullo family, he stepped in when Joe's adoptive parents, whom he considered his biological family, died. Sonny had no idea he was helping his own grandson's future. Meanwhile, Lois and Gloria Cerullo had always known the truth. They kept an eye on Gio as he grew up, ensuring he had a decent life. But Lois never intended for Brooklyn to find out, especially now that she's married to Chase and settled into her life. If the truth is uncovered, it has the potential to completely change everything. Lois and Chase, a race against time. Lois is determined to keep this secret hidden, but there's a big problem. Brooklyn has already told Chase about her teenage pregnancy. What was the single detail she left out? Father's identity. Chase is now determined to find the youngster, unknowing that Gio is there in front of them. Lois panics when she learns that Chase is on the case. She hurries to stop him, knowing that if he digs too deeply, the truth would emerge. But can she stop what is already in motion? Lulu Spencer, the wild card. Secrets seldom stay hidden for long in Port Charles, and if anyone is going to find this one, it's Lulu Spencer. She has a history of overhearing significant revelations, such as when she realized that Sasha Gilmore was not Nina Reeves' daughter. she took it upon herself to uncover the truth at the time, and she may do so again. If Lulu overhears a talk regarding Brooklyn's adolescent pregnancy, she will investigate until she finds answers. And when she connects the dots, the first person she'll tell is Dante. After all, she knows Dante, Brooklyn, and Cody Bell attended camp together that summer. The timeline fits too well. A family shattered when Dante discovers the truth, everything changes. He will learn that he has been unintentionally engaging with his own son, just as Sonny did with him. The weight of it all, his relationship with Brooklyn, the years he missed with Gio, will hit him like a freight train. Brooklyn will be astonished as well. She never expected this secret to be revealed, and she certainly never imagined meeting the boy she had given away. Chase, who simply wants to help, may feel horribly deceived. And Gio? His whole identity will be broken. Everything he thought he knew about his past, parents, and life will be proven wrong. How will he respond once he discovers the truth? A ripple effect across Port Charles. Sonny, meantime, will get a strong sensation of déjà vu. First, he learned about Dante years too late. Dante is now facing the same gut-wrenching realization. The dilemma is whether Gio will accept his new family or push them all away. One thing is certain, Port Charles will never be the same after this revelation. General Hospital spoilers, is Sidwell secretly a Cassadine, a beautiful family addition? According to General Hospital teasers, Jen Sidwell could be a Cassadine in disguise. Is a beautiful new addition to the family on the way? When Sidwell chose to relocate to Port Charles, he immediately purchased Spoon Island and Windmere. It was always remarkable how Sidwell gravitated toward the old Cassadine family estate. Of course, Sidwell had previously attempted to get Alexis Davis to come see the alterations he'd done at the house. We've already seen Sidwell push Alexis buttons regarding her dislike for Windmere and her Cassadine background. Sidwell did it again in the March 6th episode, summoning Alexis and eventually bringing her to the palace. Sidwell mentioned he had something for Alexis, and she basically predicted that it would be nothing she wanted. Sidwell asked how Alexis could be so certain, mentioning that this was previously her family's estate. Sidwell appears to be captivated, if not focused, on the Cassadines, therefore there must be a reason for this. I understand that you're new to Port Charles, but you clearly don't know very much about my family, Alexis said me. Doesn't that sound like the kind of soapy remark that may lead to Sidwell being exposed as a Cassadine? It's possible that Sidwell knows a lot about the Cassadine dynasty because of his own secret relationship to them. Sidwell eventually drew out a dagger and offered it to Alexis. It's likely the same one that Helena Cassadine used to murder Alexis' mother, therefore Alexis will demand answers in the March 7th episode. Sidwell can claim that he found it someplace in the house, but there could be more to the story. Sidwell appears to be toying with Alexis and getting under her skin, but what are his motivations? Regardless, Sidwell must have some form of Cassadine connection. There's a chance the Cassadines once made Sidwell an enemy, but what if he had Cassadine blood? It would not be the first time the show changed history and made alterations to suit a current storyline. Perhaps Sidwell is a long-lost Cassadine doing bad things. According to General Hospital teasers, the mystery behind Sidwell's Cassadine infatuation will continue to unfold, so keep an eye out for any startling developments. General Hospital spoilers, is there room for Johnny Z in Lulu's life? According to General Hospital spoilers, many viewers are left wondering if Johnny Zakara will be able to return to Port Charles. And, if so, will he find his way back into Lulu's life? General Hospital spoilers, is there room for Johnny Z in Lulu's life? Brandon Barish, who just left his role as Stefan DiMera on Days of Our Lives, formerly played Johnny Z. Given Brandon's search for a new soap to call home, many people believe now is the greatest time for him to return to Port Charles. Some people believe that Johnny getting back together with Lulu would create an excellent plot. That, or he might start something new with Molly or Christina to rile up Sonny Corinthos. We can all see what's happening. As our dedicated readers may imagine, the internet had a lot to say about the situation on social media. Some have even said, Johnny Z has always been one of my favorite characters, and I am always open to seeing him back, but his past few appearances on the show were spent trying to damage his persona. I'd be too concerned about them throwing him under the bus again, or worse, murdering him off. Another fan wrote, I adored Johnny Z too. I also liked that there was another legitimate crime family in town. But they had to go and destroy the whole thing. I think Johnny and Molly would make an interesting couple. He could get her to relax a little and stop being so tight, but I believe he'd be too old for her and it'd be weird. General Hospital spoilers, what's next for Johnny Z in Port Charles? Then there was this comment, Brandon Barish appears as a new character. They acknowledge that he resembles another man they knew. The new character is an excellent man. A good man with an interesting story and a romantic partner for Sasha. Brandon Barish has yet to remark on the topic. Tracy applauds Gio, Lulu spills baby secrets, and Sidwell gives Alexis a gift. Felicia Scorpio accompanies her grandson, James West, to the hospital after he went sledding off the roof and injured his arm. Elizabeth Baldwin hands him over to Isaiah Gannon, who checks him out. James realizes he is in trouble when his mother, Maxie Jones, finds out and keeps addressing it. Isaiah x-rays James and determines that his arm is broken. James selects a pink cast because it is Maxie's favorite color and collects autographs on it. As James and Felicia leave, they run into Kai Taylor and Trina Robinson in the hall. James is thrilled to meet Kai, his favorite football player, and Kai autographs his cast to cheer him up. Kai is at GH to participate in a new program honoring Drew Quartermain's kid, Oscar. It is for long-term pediatric patients, and Drew thinks the program will benefit the children. Kai is the first PC athlete to pitch in, and he hopes to enlist the help of some of his buddies as well. Portia Robinson legal meeting during the General Hospital program. Portia Robinson followed Ava Jerome's advice and requested a meeting with Rick Lansing. He pays her a visit in her office, and she recounts the mess she's in. She claims that Drew is blackmailing her since he discovered that she intentionally altered lab data. He wants Portia to set up a meeting between Drew and her husband, Curtis Ashford, to try to reach an agreement. Even though she doesn't want to, Rick proposes that she string Drew along for the time being and pretend to cooperate while he looks into what else he can do to improve her case. After Rick leaves, Portia texts Drew, requesting to see him. When he comes, she assures him that she has thought about it and will schedule the appointment just as he has requested. Sonny Corinthos vs. Tracy Quartermain. It's tea time in the Quartermain living room, and Gio Palmieri, Dante Falconeri, Ned Quartermain, Olivia Quartermain, Lois Cerullo, and Tracy Quartermain are all talking when Sonny Corinthos rings the doorbell. He carries a yellow envelope with documents for Joe's continued schooling. Tracy examines the documentation and asserts that as long as Gio lives in her home, the Quartermains will manage all of his schooling. Sonny starts yelling at Tracy to butt out, and Gio eventually takes the papers, signs it on the spot without reading it, and returns it to Sonny. Everyone but Tracy and Gio walks Sonny out, allowing them to have a genuine talk. Tracy says that she is protective of the people she cares about, which is why she has been tough on Gio recently. She also admires the way he has stood up to her and believes he has more depth than most of the family. He explains that, just as she is aware of the pain Sonny has caused others, he is also aware of how much Sonny has supported him since his mother's death. Lulu Spencer spills the baby beans to Carly Spencer during the episode. She describes how she broke into Martin Gray's hotel room to look for information on her missing daughter, but instead discovered something else. Lulu informs Carly about the notes on Brooke Lynn Quartermain having a child with Dante when they were teenagers and never telling him about it. She reveals that it was given up for adoption, and she is unsure what to do with the information. Carly is taken aback at first, and then asks Lulu what she intends to do with it. Lulu clearly wants to spill the beans, but Carly cautions against it. She believes that if it gets out, it would burst like a bomb cyclone, destroying far too many people's lives at once. Plus, that infant is now an adult, and they may be unaware that they were adopted. Lulu is still unsure, but believes that the next time she looks into Dante's eyes, she will know whether to tell him or remain silent. Jen Sidwell is relaxing at Windmere when his butler invites Natalia Ramirez in for a visit. She has been his ex-wife for many years and claims that he now cleans up considerably better, but she believes that is the only significant improvement he has made during their marriage. Natalia wants to discover what Jen truly desires with deception. He claims it's basic business, but she suspects he's just interested in a hostile takeover, most likely including Sunny. Their conversation is cut short by the appearance of Alexis Davis, who is unsure why she has been summoned. She says that she has no intention of doing any business with him and despises Windermere, so let's get straight to the point. Sidwell informs her that he knows the place where she formerly lived and that he has something for her. Sidwell then grabs a knife from a box, and Alexis is startled. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.